So, and this happens,
Do you envision to have a like a flat organization because of AI? There will be no, hierarchy or less hierarchy,
that's a really good question.
right?
I
Because
don't,
if the data will be there, so there will be a platform for that. So everybody knows the data now. Whether you're from finance, you just ask, whatever, or there's a system, you already have the data. So is there a, do you think there's a future for that? Like it's a just very, very lean team, just like one straight line and then few others, and then it's all anchored into the AI platform.
I think it could go to that, but also there's going to need to be different levels of management and mid-management, because the reality is the higher up you go in the organization, the less you know about the realities of someone's day-to-day job and the specifics of what they're encountering every day. And now there may be that communication funnel, or will be much more quick for CEOs, but at the end of the day, everyone's got to do a job. So the CEO is going to need to do their job, but support the AI initiatives. It's the employees who are using the AI and are going to be the voice if management is listening. And so this is why, I open this with our company's ready for this, because it is going to, it does impact everything of how we're thinking. I mean, I know even in my personal life, something will come up in my life, and I'll be like, oh, I don't know. I think AI might know better than I do, and I look it up, or even a recipe, or even a travel packing list, or
Yeah.
and you just start to think, oh, I didn't even think AI could help me with that.
Yeah. Talking about the middle management, you mentioned about it because I have seen this a lot in my past few organization in my past experiences. So this middle management are not really reporting what's really happening, on the shop floor, for example, from down. They always give very good information from middle to top. So this on top, that they're very not connected into what's happening downstairs. They are just basing their decisions based on the middle management. And if this middle management are afraid to tell the truth that this is what is happening, and that is going to a lot of organizations fail because of that. So and a lot of the frontliners on the bottom, they always blame the management because I think there's a gap. They thought the CEO is the one who is, making the decision and it his fault. I think, the middle management is the more responsible for that, for giving the right data, just like AI, you mentioned that, clean, right data going up. And then so that the C-suite level, the executives will be able to decide based on that information. Do you think AI will be able to do that also? Like, okay, we will have the very, very good information that is, that at least 82% reflects what are the sentiments of the people and what is happening on the shop floor.
Well, AI will be able to have more and better factual data because it's using so much information both internally and externally. But this goes back to an organization having psychological safety and being able to say, this is what's wrong with my department, or this is what's wrong. I'm the manager, this is what's wrong, and this is why, without it reflecting that I, as the manager, am now the problem. And because that's what people are fearful of, right? They don't want to be honest about the problems. And you know it's trust building. It's how to understand trust AI outputs, when to question them, looking at existing norms. There are, quote, unwritten rules in organizations where, oh, you don't ask that question, or, oh, you don't, nobody says that, you can't ask, but everybody knows it. And so if there's more data, it will be less objective. less objective decisions, less objective processes. Because if the data's right, it's not going to lie.